everyone? Okay. What is happening right now? Okay, hi everybody. Hi. Hi guys. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry, like all my videos always have to start super chaotic. In this video I will be breaking down the foster program that I currently volunteer for and the shelter and how everything works. Hi. This is my current foster right here, Marissa. She's going to be in this video with me. Say hi, Marissa. Hi. Okay. Before I start, I just wanted to preface this whole video with this disclaimer that I wrote and I'm now going to read. Animal shelters across Texas are operating at full capacity, overwhelmed with the number of animals in need. It's important to acknowledge that while shelters, rescues, and thousands of volunteers are doing everything that they can, their efforts alone are not enough to solve this systematic issue, which is the pet overpopulation crisis in Texas. I live in Texas, so I can only speak for the state that I'm currently living in. In my opinion, I rarely address this on any of my social media pages, is that we should have a bigger discussion on ways to address the root causes, such as advocating for spay and neuter programs, emphasizing importance of choosing not to buy a dog from breeders, and promoting responsible pet ownership and adoption. By opting to adopt from shelters and rescues, we can help reduce the demand of breeding and providing homeless animals with opportunities to find loving homes. Promoting adoption not only alleviates pressure on overcrowded shelters, but also saves lives by preventing unnecessary births of animals into an already very saturated environment. The videos I share on my social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and now YouTube Shorts are dedicated to the dogs that I foster, putting the spotlight on the individual dogs themselves. These clips highlight how incredible a rescue puppy can be, and I love sharing their unique personalities and charms with anyone who is willing to watch. And lastly, for all you internet haters, this husky, while being purebred and most likely purchased from a breeder, was rescued by me in 2023. Can you not show everyone your butthole right now? Like, this is not, no, this is not a butthole showing time. Can you sit down? Put that beehole away. Okay. I foster for a foster program for the Houston SPCA. How I got started was I was kind of referred by one of my friends who was also doing volunteer work for them at the time. She wasn't fostering, she was just one of their volunteers, their day-to-day volunteers. Getting started is very easy. You sign up online, you watch a few training videos, you take a short quiz, and then you're all set to pick up supplies and start fostering. One of my favorite things about this foster program is that they have an online portal where you can look at the dogs that are in need to be fostered, make an appointment and pick them up all on just one portal. I love how organized it is. After you do that, you go to the foster office that's located at the shelter and you meet the foster coordinator, and she kind of briefs you on everything that you need to know about this program, and she'll go grab your dog. She'll also ask you if you need any supplies, materials, because they have an entire room with beds, food, just anything that you would need to successfully foster. They have in that one room that is fueled by donations from the general public. Like, the only stipulation to this foster program is you have to foster at least 7 dogs before you're able to keep one of your fosters. Like, I've actually never kept any of the fosters that I fostered for the Houston SPCA, but I foster so many now. If I ever decide to keep a dog, I know that I'd be able to. The foster program that's offered by the Houston SPCA is ultimately a medical / premature foster puppy program. Okay, next I'm going to go into the breakdown of how it works with me fostering these puppies. Zeus, no. Zeus, this is like so awful. So, as I mentioned before, you can go onto their website and look at the animals that are in need of a foster. Most of them are going to be 2-week assignments. First, what you do is you go on to, during the sign-up process for the Houston SPCA, you basically will tell them what you're willing to foster, like what type of dog. If you have dogs at home, like who gets along with what. You kind of go into, oh my God. For example, for me, I can only foster puppies because there is like 100% chance that they will get along with my dogs. Like I don't have to worry about, oh my God. I'm doing an important video. Okay. So when you're ready for a foster, you go onto their website and it's basically an inventory of all of the animals that need to get out of the shelter to heal. And then you pick your animals. I always try to foster at least 2 puppies, mainly for socialization. Let's say, for example, there's a litter of 7 puppies that just got sent to the medical wing. I'll take 3 puppies and leave the 4 for 2 other people to take 2 each. The shelter also recommends you taking 2 puppies at once, but if you absolutely cannot do that, 1 is just fine. They provide all the supplies you need, all of the food you need, everything that you need to kind of take care of the animal in your home. They have crates, they have beds, they have dog bowls, they have toys, collars, leashes, just everything under the moon. And if you're fostering like premature babies that need to be bottle fed, they have bottles, they have formula, they have puppy pads, they have just everything that you can think of. After I pick up my foster puppy and I take them home, they're always due back every 2 weeks for a checkup, and you can make that appointment online. You basically go to the same place, the same foster area, and the foster coordinator and the vet tech, they'll take them back to see the veterinarian, and the veterinarian will take a fecal sample, do the booster shots, just everything that the puppy needs to be healthy, and they'll also listen to your concerns if you have any. I want to say the first 2 weeks is the hardest for me and hardest for the puppies, because when they come home with me, they're just like riddled with problems. And so I find myself, when I'm fostering like very young puppies or very small puppies, I always bring them back every week for a checkup. And again, you can make your appointment online. Everything's just very easy, very seamless. The ultimate goal of this foster program is to get animals that need to leave the shelter to heal, to leave the shelter to heal. And after an appropriate amount of time, when they are able to heal and grow and gain weight and be healthy again, they go back to the foster center and they go back to the vet, and then the vet will clear them for adoption. After they get cleared for adoption, that basically means that the dog is healthy enough, old enough, weighs enough pounds to go get their spay and neuter surgery. After they get spayed and neutered, they'll rest in the medical area and then eventually will get transferred to the adoption center, which at this point is where a lot of my followers have a problem with them leaving my home and going back to the shelter and going back to wait there for their forever home. Can you go over? I know that when everybody hears the word shelter, they think that my fosters, they go back to the shelter to get adopted. They sit in a cage, lonely, sad, and put on the euthanasia list. The Houston SPCA does not euthanize for space. Facility is very clean. It is temperature controlled. They go into a kennel. They have volunteers that play with them. The larger dogs, there are 4 to 5 little dog parks that volunteers come to play with them in these dog parks, so they get their legs stretched. There's ample volunteers that walk dogs. There's volunteers that volunteer to play with puppies. There's volunteers that walk around and give puppies treats, hold puppies. Like, there's so many types of volunteers that the shelter or the Houston SPCA kind of gets in order to keep these dogs entertained, happy. I know a lot of my followers would prefer the puppies or my foster puppies to stay with me until they find a forever home and they go from my home to their forever home. But the foster program that I signed up for and I just explained to you guys is not, it just will not allow that. And I think people forget that these dogs are not mine. These dogs belong to the shelter, and I did agree to adhere by all of the rules set by this foster program. The reason why I chose the foster program that I'm currently volunteering for is mostly the resources. When I say resources, I mean they have a 24-hour veterinarian staff ready to go. They have an emergency ambulance in case anything happens, and if you can't, or the ambulance can't get to you, they have a 24-hour vet clinic that they have partnered up with where you can ultimately take your foster in case anything really bad happens, which it has happened to me. They have food readily available. If you can't foster the dog anymore, you can ultimately give the foster back to the shelter and they will figure out where the dog goes from there. That was a really big thing for me. This foster program literally just provides me with all of the resources I need to just do what I want to do. Is I just want to foster. That is the foster program that I am currently volunteering for. I've had a lot of my fosters go to amazing homes. Pretty much summarizes the foster program that I currently volunteer for.